Welcome to this week's edition of Highlights. Today's teaching is coming to you in the form of a video from right here at Scarsdale Synagogue. Today we're going to explore the upcoming holiday of Pesach, which starts on Monday evening. Did you know that there are some key connections between Passover and Purim, a holiday that we just celebrated about a month ago? The stories surrounding the holidays of Purim and Pesach both feature main characters who go on a journey, whether it be geographically or in a more metaphorical sense. Esther is our lead character in Megillat Esther, the scroll read on Purim, and Moses shines as the lead. It's in the narrative of the Exodus from Egypt in the Torah. I find it really interesting that both Esther and Moses begin their stories with hidden identities. Esther is a Jew living in Persia when she is chosen as the new queen to King Ahasuerus. Her cousin Mordecai asks her to keep her Jewish identity under wraps, at least for the time being. And Moses, who as a child is sent down the river and is ultimately drawn out of that river by Pharaoh's daughter, and he finds himself raised in Pharaoh's palace as a non-Jewish Egyptian. Both Esther and Moses have a presence as part of the royal court, and they both ultimately venture on a journey to discover or own their Jewish identities. Esther ultimately approaches the king and, in an effort to save her people, outs herself as a Jew. Moses, after running away following an altercation between him and an Egyptian, is forced to come face to face with the Israelite God, his God, and the God of his people. Both of these stories feature people who had a sense of their identity, but did not feel free to express that identity and ultimately find a way to own it openly. And it was through this expression of their personal identities that they come to experience a sense of freedom. And interestingly, in both of these stories, with Esther and with Moses, through their expression and ownership of their Jewish identities, and then feeling a sense of freedom, only then do their people, the Jewish people, also experience their sense of freedom. Taking these stories off of the proverbial pages and into our lives, I wonder what we struggle with inside our heart of hearts. What might you be struggling with right now? And what might be keeping you from expressing that? Now imagine overcoming that block or limitation. And imagine the freedom of self that you might feel. To me, that is one of the greatest teachings of the holiday of Pesach. So, as we transition into this Passover season, I hope you use this time as an opportunity to turn inward and examine what is inside your soul, and that you carve time to explore the narrow places in your life, the areas that you feel do not accurately represent the truest sense of who you are. And may you know, through this identity work, the sweet taste of freedom, of being able to express who you are, what you feel, and may you always be proud of that. Happy Passover.